channel, Carolyn. My name is Carolina. In today's video, I'm going to be answering 20 questions that I asked you guys to comment on one of my previous videos. Okay, so let's get started with the questions. Question number 1. What is your favorite novel? I have to say my favorite novel would be The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I read this book back in high school and I was just so blown away by the story. I love the main character. The second question is, how old were you when you started transitioning? Okay, so technically I decided to start transitioning when I was about 21 years old. I basically had feelings of gender dysphoria way before that, you know, like I said in my previous video, when I was like 3 or 4 years old, but I didn't decide to start transitioning, like physically transitioning, until I was 21. The third question is, how tall are you? I'm actually 5'5". Fourth question is, how does being transgender affect your dating life? Being transgender had affected my dating life in the past. I think like any other transgender person can relate to this. It's just something that we cannot escape, you know. People sometimes are okay with you being transgender, but once you get together with another person, then they feel affected by it. Okay, next question is question number 5, which I thought was very interesting, and it says, were there any tough times when you transitioned and how did you overcome them? And I would have to say yes, there were definitely some very difficult times that I've had to overcome in the past. And I would have to say the first one is accepting myself for who I was. I think that was one of the toughest, just really coming in peace with myself and saying to myself that, you know, this is who you are. You know, you've had these feelings for your whole life and there's no running away from it. And basically just accepting myself. I think self-acceptance can be a very big hurdle for a lot of people. Question number 6, what are your career aspirations? I would kind of consider myself an entrepreneur. That's always what I've envisioned myself to be, and that's what I hope to be in the future, and you know, just do the things that I love and be happy. Question number 7, what is your favorite makeup brand? My favorite makeup brand is Bare Minerals. I've actually been using Bare Minerals for about 3-4 years now, maybe like 4 years, and I absolutely love it. I use their powder foundation. I actually just recently bought the liquid foundation and I'm using it right now for the first time. Question number 8. What kind of process did you use to develop your voice? I've been getting a lot of questions regarding my voice, and I would have to say that it does take some practice and it does take some work, but it's definitely possible to reach, you know, a comfortable female range that you feel sounds like you and that does not sound overdone or fake. I know a lot of people have been asking me questions like, did you have voice surgery? What do you do? And basically what I say is warm up your voice a lot. You know, use a recorder and record yourself so that you can actually hear how you really sound. And then just start working on bringing that pitch up little by little and using your head voice instead of your chest. That way you can just project more from here and there's not as many vibrations going on in your throat. I don't recommend you getting any voice surgery. I've never heard anything good about them. Question number 9, how do you start to transition? Try to tune everything out, just listen to what your heart says. You can really get to know yourself a lot better once you tune everybody out. The next step, once you realize that yes, I have transgender dysphoria, I have gender dysphoria, I feel trapped in my body, I want to transition, I would have to say find therapy, find professional help, because without it, you're not going to be able to get your letter to start hormones. Also, it's really going to help you talk about those feelings and not feel like you're by yourself thinking that you're crazy or that this is all in your head. Okay, question number 10 says, how's your relationship with your family now compared to before you began your transition? I would have to say my relationship is still very similar because we are still very close and we love each other, but it has changed a little bit because now I feel like my family sees me as, you know, who I am, you know, as a woman, and whether we like it or not, women are treated differently than men. There's different expectations, there's different types of conversations you have with people, And yeah, they do treat me like a woman. They do treat me like their daughter, their sister, you know, their niece. But I feel like there is still a little bit of hesitation from some people. Question 11. Who is your most favorite character from a movie? I would have to say my most favorite character, and I hope you guys know who I'm talking about, is Lilu from The Fifth Element. And I just love how strong she is, yet how cute and innocent she can be at the same time. Question number 12. What do you do when you're upset? When I'm upset, I like to try to stay busy, I guess. I feel like I try to channel being upset by doing productive things. Question number 13. What do you do for fun? Well, I definitely like to do a lot of things for fun. I love dancing, so I like to go out with my friends to the club. I like to also work out. I really just enjoy working out a lot, so to me that's a relief. I like to do it for fun. I like to do Zumba for fun. Moving on to question 14. It says, what skills do you have? I would have to say being trilingual is probably a good skill. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English. And also, I don't know, being sporty, being flexible, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I love this question. Whoever asked this question, thank you. I love, 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 love. Number 15, what do you like most about being trans? I feel like sometimes we tend to focus a lot on the negative of being transgender, but sometimes we forget about some of the positive things of being trans. For me personally, being trans has taught me so much about life in general, to appreciate life, to appreciate the little things. I feel like I have gained so much knowledge about how the human mind works, about how our body works. I'm more conscious of what I put in my body. I take care of myself more. I'm more humble and more compassionate towards people because being trans. Question number 16. How did you find your current style? I guess it's just practice, just experimenting with different styles, trying out different clothes, trying out different hairstyles. I definitely like the more natural look, but at the same time, there's days where I wanna take it a little further and be a little more risque with my clothing choices. Question number 17. How much do you weigh? My current weight right now is 140, and 140 for a 5'5" woman seems like a lot, but I do work out a lot. Question number 18. How did you come up with your name? Okay, so my name is Carolina, which if you spell it out, it's spelled just like Carolina. And the reason why I chose this name was because my mom actually chose this name for me even before I was born. And the reason why my mom this name out even before I was born is because while she was pregnant and she got her ultrasound for the first time, the doctors, once they could, you know, come up with the gender for the baby, the doctors told my mom I was going to be a girl. Little did they know that their predictions became true. Question number 19. What is your favorite TV show? I would have to say my favorite TV show is Orange is the New Black. It has a little bit of everything. It's so different from everything that's out there right now. Finally, we get to the last question for this video, and it's question number 20. And the question is, who is your biggest hero? And my biggest hero is my mom. She has been such an inspiration for me throughout my whole life. She taught me how to be the woman that I am today. I've always watched her and I learned from her. She's such a loving, caring, giving person. She's compassionate and she's spiritual and she's beautiful, and to me she means the world. And I remember thinking when I first started transitioning, if I can be like my mom, you know, not just physically but like spiritually and in every sense of the word, I would be happy. Thank you guys so much. I hope that I was able to answer a lot of you guys' questions. I was very happy to, you know, give you guys a little more insight on who I am and what I'm about and about my transition, and I hope that you learned some valuable things. So I just want to say thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.
20 question video. Here we go.